Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 15th of March 2017. How are you all doing? Are you okay? First of all, I want to thank everybody for the messages you got. Yes, I got yesterday off them. Thank you so much. But please don't worry, I'm not ill. Like I say, I just need to rest occasionally. There is nothing seriously wrong. This little thing that I have in my head is not in any way going to kill me. It is not going to beat me, and actually it's there for a reason as well. I may go into that one day, but that's not for today. But I am completely fine. Nothing that a good night's sleep won't sort out. But thank you for your concern, and thank you for all of your prayers and healing that was sent as well. I'm deeply gratitude. This is what happens. It's the wrong words. I'm deeply grateful and full of gratitude. That is what I was wanting to say there. So, yeah, like I say, a bit of a strange energy going on at the moment as well. I do feel this is going to get more towards the end of the month, but I feel there's a clearance. Something is happening. There's like something is ready to appear, if that makes sense. Like I say, I have spoken to other people who are feeling the same as well. It's like something is about to become apparent. Don't know, but that's what they've said. So anyway, I'll quickly go through the cards today. I have a lot to do today, so I probably won't go massively in depth with these, but the reading is there, and they're quite interesting cards. Two cards fell out. So we have the Strength card and we have Judgment. Now, what I actually thought is, since I've been using these cards this week, we're only on Wednesday now, every single card has been a major arcana. So this means that something of importance is happening. So these are important messages. All messages are important, but these are sort of mega important, So like I say, this is what the majors are. So I'll start with the strength first. And this is talking about inner strength and spiritual strength as well. If we have a look at that girl there, she's got the lion, and she's almost, it's as if it's a dog. That lion is succumbing and surrendering to her, and submitting to her straight away. It's more like it's a friend. Now, if we have a look at this woman, she's all dressed in white, and what this is saying is that she's come from a place of purity. So what she has done is she has sort of tamed this lion, if that makes sense. Now, in order to do this, it would have been hard. She would have got probably bites, cuts, grazes, all of that, in order to find this sort of equilibrium where right, okay, we're working together here. So this is saying, basically, on your journey, everything that you have been through, all of the pain that you've endured, this has led you to a place where you are actually finding your spiritual strength. You're finding your inner strength. I'd done a reading for somebody last night, and we were talking about this, and we were saying, when you feel like you've got nothing left, there is this little bit of fight comes out from you, and it comes from the depths of your being, and you didn't even know it was there. But this is when it comes out, and this is when you say, right, okay, and it's like, hear that lion roar, come back, and like, right, okay, I'm ready to. I'm sort of seeing like Rocky there, when Rocky's lying and he's all battered and bruised, and then all of a sudden something clicks, and he jumps up, and then he wins, and everybody's cheering and stuff like that. I remember going to the cinema and everybody watching Rocky, and we were all on our seats cheering and everything. It was really funny. But this is what it's saying, it's like you can be the victor here. You have actually found the strength within you to carry on. And you've also found your personal power as well, because there's a lot of yellow in this. So this is saying, that nothing can scare you now, because you know that you will get through whatever is there. I really feel springtime. I mean, we're in springtime now, aren't we? I'm feeling back end of this month and going into April, is there's going to be this chance where you will be able to show your strength, not in a fighting way. Fighting isn't about, strength isn't about fighting, to be honest. It's the ones who don't fight who are the strongest. It's very easy to go with our ego, but when you can actually keep your head while everybody else is losing theirs, this is when you have inner strength and you have mastered it, sort of thing. So you've mastered yourself. So that is a lovely card in itself, but teamed with Judgment. Judgment is like, this is the wake up call. This is the hallelujah moment. This is a time when you are about to be reborn. In a lot of decks, this is sort of, well, in a lot of decks, in one of my other decks, this is sort of Jesus in coming out of the coffin, you know, after he's been crucified. And yeah, sorry, they're taking me on another tangent there. I'll finish what I was saying first, and then I'll go off on there. So yeah, it was after he'd been crucified and he was rising again, rising from the dead. Now, right, this is bizarre. When is Easter? I don't know when Easter is, because this is, you know, I've just said March, April. It's round about that time, isn't it? So I really feel something is important around about Easter time, Easter weekend, or something like that. Right, okay. So it's about rising again. It's about this rebirth. It's about suddenly listening to what the universe is saying to you, you know, and not drowning it out. And it's like the universe is, thank God, you know, they're finally listening. They're finally going on the path that they should have. And this has been because you've experienced all this pain and everything, you know, and you may have even judged yourself within this. You know, you may have even judged yourself over something, or other people may have judged you, because this comes in a lot with this card. Now, it was Wayne Dyer that said, when you judge another person, you define yourself rather than defining them. And what I was saying, Spirit brought in there, when I said about the crucifixion, there was a song from a John Lennon song came in, and it's The Way Things Are Going, They're Going to Crucify Me. Now, so what I feel within this is that people have had a judgment on something that you have done, or something that you want to do, or something that you have tried to do. So other people have sort of hung you on that cross and sort of made you pay, they're saying there, pay for your sins, if that makes sense. Now, if you do something that you want to do and it is not done from a nasty place or whatever, then that is not a sin. But there are a lot of people who will point the finger of blame, you know. So this card is saying, rise above it. You are bigger than that, you know. That is about them. That is their issues. If somebody is judging you, that is their problem, you know. It's not your bag. You deserve to live a life how you want to live it, you know. And this is a birthright of everybody, but so many people have something to say about other people and how they live their life. So what this card is saying is that you have finally, it's, you know, yesterday I said we'd gone up a vibration with the Hierophant. This is what I feel this is. Because you have gone up this vibration, you have found your strength. You have then sort of had this wake-up call and said, right, okay, this is it. Hallelujah. I am going to live my life in a different way. Because what comes after this is the world. And the world is sort of where we start again. We get the success, we get the completion, and then we start again as well. You know, so this is sort of like a phoenix from the flames, coming from the bottom and actually find your strength, but coming back stronger, harder, you know. This is what it is, because you've got your strength here. Now with Judgment, when Judgment comes in as well, what this says is now you have no fear. You have nothing to fear, because you have been through sort of all of the stages of the tarot journey. You are nigh on at the end of it, you know. So you realize there is nothing to be scared of. You realize that there is spirit supporting you. You realize the universe does actually have your back, and you realize your own strength, so that you can actually go on and, you know, and stand above, stand tall, and actually, like I say enough, you know, I will no longer be controlled. I will no longer live my life for somebody else. You know, like I say, when Jesus come back, he had to go through this death first in order to be reborn. And this is what the Judgment cards often is. It's like we go through the dark night of the soul, but this is when the light turns on again. You know, we've got the cross in there. This is when there is a period of healing, you know, of calling a truce, of not fighting anymore, but calling like a peace treaty to say, right, okay, you have your opinions, I have mine, and this is what I'm actually doing, you know. So there's no fighting in this, because as I've said, when you are strong, you don't need to fight. But there's also no fear neither. So you can actually take all of the power that you have found within you, and you can actually head yourself in the direction that the universe is sending you to, and where you want to go as well, you know. So it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful card, that. um I don't know if this is connected in some way with a relationship of some sort, because the Osho card that came out with this is harmony. Now, this is actually a card which within tarot is the Ten of Cups, which the Ten of Cups is harmony, idyllic relationships, and stuff like that, you know, living in abundance, living the life of your dreams, you know. So this coming out after that is sort of, all right, okay, where does that fit in? But what this is talking about, it's like a soul connection, you know. If we have a look, there's dolphins here. Whenever dolphins are in tarot, they always talk about soul connections, you know. And this dolphin, if we see, there's the light coming from the heart, and you know, it's going into the third eye here. And this is why I'm saying, you know, it's the dolphins, and it's sort of like, it's a heart connection, but it's also a telepathic connection as well, you know. And dolphins can actually speak to each other in a telepathic way as well. Now, this card, it seems like they're pretty much underwater. So this is saying this, go with this flow, you know, go with this flow. If you turn your mind off and shut your eyes, you will know where you need to go. This is it. There's a wonderful feeling of like, of stillness, but a lot of healing. It's like, let this water wash over you. Let this feeling. I mean, look, we've got all of this sort of magic there. Now, what are them things called? I don't know what they're called. It's phosphorus. I can't say it. And they're the little fish that are in the sea that actually light up and they glow and they show the way and they look all twinkly and sort of like fairy dust or something, you know. And that's what they remind me of here. So what this is saying is, I feel, and when I mentioned before judgment, so I feel that there may have been something around a heart connection that you've had, or some sort of relationship where you have been judged or not felt strong enough or something like that. And now this is changing, you know, and that is still there because this is linked with your heart chakra and linked with your third eye. So there's a connection there with this. And this is about sort of waking up and smelling the coffee, you know, and actually seeing, right, okay, this is, you know, the place I want to go is this ten of water, which is a very, very emotional card. It's a very, there's healing to be done around this, a lot of healing. But I feel once this healing is done, it's like there could even be talking, because we've got a lot of blues in this as well. And blues are always communication and the throat chakra. But there's like, I want to take a deep breath. I want to take like sort of, I don't think it's a sigh of relief. I want to like, whew, right, you know, when something's been heavy, like really, really heavy, you know, and this is what I'm getting with this. But this is sort of like taking this, right, okay, I can stop fighting. I can drop the fight. I can just go. I can just flow with it as well. So this is it. I can stop swimming upstream because that was getting hard, you know, and now I'm strong enough to stand up and say, this is it, to make this declaration, they're saying. So I don't know if that makes sense to any of you. Now, the Colette Baron Reid card. I'm getting butterflies there, massive butterflies. I just got in my stomach there for some reason, like a wow, you know. There's something exciting happening. Something is happening. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but something is happening, and I do feel it's connected with emotions, and I do feel that it is positive. I don't feel it's negative at all. I do feel it's divinely guided. So look out for what inspiration, look out for what messages or whatever you're getting today. You know, these could be messages on the earth plane, or these could be messages from spirit. but there's something I'm really, honestly, my stomach's actually churning there. You'd think I was about to go on a roller coaster or something like that. So yeah, the time to go, Colette Baron Reid card here. And this is saying that there's always a time for endings, and that endings are like a transition as well between who we were and who we are becoming. So this ties in very well with this. It's like, the old life is gone and we are coming back refreshed, rebirthed, renewed, and stronger, stronger than what we were. And what this is saying is that there's always a level of uncertainty when we're going through this. Any transition sort of brings us uncertain. But from these butterflies I'm getting, I can just say, this is good. Be excited, because the physical symptoms that we have with anxiety, sort of sweaty palms, dry throat, feeling this in our gut, are exactly the same symptoms that we get when we're excited. It's just our brain tells us which one they are, and we can trick our brain, if we, like, say for instance, we have no money and we're telling our brain, I am abundant, I have more money than I can spend, I have everything I need. Your brain believes it, so this is it. But your brain will tell you that, all right, okay, I'm anxious, but don't be anxious, turn that into excitement. I used to have about 12 panic attacks a day. I was sort of housebound for quite a bit, quite agoraphobic and everything. I mean, bizarre when I look back at it now. And that was one of the things that helped me. By every time I felt this anxiety, no, this is excitement, something new is coming, But that was just another tower moment that led me to where I am now. But, that massively helped me just taking control of my brain. So what this is saying here is, we can't change how things have been, but we can change how they are going to be as well, And what happens is sometimes, we can be going along our journey and there's people on our journey, that have helped us along the way. And then we get to sort of a crossroads, or we get to a different path, and they no longer belong on that path. But we don't need to look at that as a sadness, because if we have a look, there's a new door open there, So it's like, as I've mentioned before, some things just have a shelf life, and it's about letting them go. So when we are on this journey, we sometimes have to leave people, and we just sometimes have to leave things, and we sometimes have to leave expectations as well that we've had, and old beliefs, because we aren't growing. Your comfort zone is a lovely place, but nothing ever grows there, because what is happening is your new level of consciousness, and your spiritual awareness here. These old ideas and old doctrines don't actually work in that. So it's about, right, okay, how do I have to change things in order to progress with this, So when we are leaving something behind, it's because we are moving forward as well. And because a lot of times when we get stuck in the old of what we knew and what we've done, then that can actually keep us stuck there. It's sort of like, I'm just saying, like sticky trying to move out. And this is half the time where we feel like we're walking through treacle or something, because it's like, it's hard. So we've got to get rid of that, we've got to cleanse it. So this card is saying, this is like, get rid of any unfinished business, tie up loose ends as well. Let go of any resentments that you have as well, and trust deeply that the life that you want and you need is coming for you, and it's at the other side of this door. And I've spoken this week about doors, haven't I? So this is sort of like just let it gently dissolve, and then it's like building back up. I'm seeing a lot of like a lot of sparkles, there's a lot of sparkles here, and I feel like this is sort of an evolution in a way. You are evolving. And when you are evolving, you are going higher and you are growing and you are changing as well. But the place that you inhabited is now not the habitat, right? Is now not the habitat for you to inhabit. So this is about moving on, and starting on your journey. And they're saying here, never look back. Don't look back. It's forward, It's forward. I mean, there's fairy wings on this. I'm getting a lot of like fairy dust and and stuff like that. It's all quite strange today. Um, and we have the stars. This is the path to her dreams, and in order for us to go after our dreams, we just have to start. We have to take that first step, and then everything else follows. If we stay rigid and not moving, our dreams are not going to come to us. They're there. There's a big wide world out there, and they're all there, and they're waiting for us to take from it. You know, and you are now strong enough to do this because you have been through all of the battles, and you have come out pretty much unscathed. You know, and you wouldn't have understood yourself now as well. It's like you've tamed the lion within you, and now it's like, right, we're going to work together. And this is having this wake up call, and it's like, right, hallelujah. I now know. I listen to the universe. We work together. And when we work together, everything flows. And then you get these heart and sort of divine based connections with people when you flow, when things are flowing. But if things aren't flowing, then it's time to go here. It's time to leave where you are, because this is what is here for you. This is what is here for you. This life, what you've got to do. It's not up to me to say, you know it. And like I say, every single one of you watching here, you will know when I'm saying this. It might be a bit uncomfortable because it's like, oh God, yeah, I do know, that's it. But if nothing changes, nothing changes, and change is needed, because there's a stale here. They're saying stalemate. Things are stalemate. I love. They're really very very strange. Some of the things Spirit have been saying to me today. Well, this week actually. Not when I've been doing the readings. Sort of out of the readings have been very funny. So yeah, it's like, do you know what I mean? There's a stalemate. You can't stay, mate. That's what it's saying. So it's time to go. So tie up any loose ends, get rid of any baggage, and know that you are being pointed in the right direction. Know that you are going to be, know that there's happiness on this path. But it's about making that decision now. You have everything now. You're not at that you're at that crossroads, but you have all of the information, and you know how things work. Like I say, yesterday we were talking about the understand, the completion. I feel there's a lot of sort of things fell into place recently. A lot of like sort of penny drop moments, like ka-ching, the hat goes on the head, that sort of thing. Things are starting to make sense. And like I say, we're still under the Virgo moon, which is about putting things in order. And I really feel this is what this is connected with. So it's like you are strong enough to do whatever you want. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're not, because you have that strength in you. And if you are determined, and you don't let fear in, because like I say, judgment, there's no fear. You can do what you didn't even think you could do. You can live a life like, an unbelievable life. And that is the birthright of all of us, So we do deserve that, and we deserve to give that to ourselves as well. Okay, so I hope that made sense to you. Sorry it's a bit shorter today, and sorry if I rambled a bit. Like I say, I am conscious that I have a lot of things to do today. But have an absolutely fabulous day. If anybody would like a reading, please get in touch via my Facebook page, via my website. The links are all below. Thank you to everybody who's been sending donations as well. It's massively appreciated, But if anybody would like to, there is a donation button there as well for these readings. And just stand strong here. There's something good going to happen. I really feel it, and just really give yourself a pat on the back of how strong you have actually been. You're still standing here. You're still breathing. So that actually means a hell of a lot. You've got through. I feel the massively testing times are we're coming to an end of them. It's like this freedom at the other side. I think they just showed me like a style, stepping over the style there, or doing it in style. Step over the style in style. That's the way to do it. But okay, I'll be back tomorrow with the cards of today. Satnam.